right? And I always like to use this analogy anytime I want to teach your character. When a man decides to beat his wife, okay, and he says that it was a behavior, there's no son now, okay? Okay, where there's son, you can talk back. Thank you. When a man decides to beat his wife, and by the way, next time he came out, you will have brought some of your roll-up banners, right? Let's be conscious of the aesthetics. This your who got this canopy? Because excellence are little things. Now I'm speaking on excellence. Is it Shola? Shola, the person who rented the canopy, why didn't they wash it? Because we are taking drone picture. Excellence is what? Little thing. The renter could have washed it so that it looks neater. Right? You have some roll-up banners here. It will have helped what the recording they are doing. And it will show details at the background. Excellence, like I said, is little. Oftentimes people say, the problem is I don't have money. That's not true. You can be doing excellence in what? Little things. So everything is not about money. So the training we are going to be doing today is how do you sell a place like this? How do you record videos that will attract customers to that? Right? How do you market something like this? So we are making it a side training. We have somebody who is also going to be training you on how to shoot a video and edit it with your phone. And trying to get the best of it because this makes sense again. And we are hoping each one of you will shoot no less than 3 marketing video before you do it. And you really post it on your page. And let's hope somebody will call you to buy. Does that make sense? Yeah. Are we sure?
Yes, sir.
Are we excited?
Yes, sir.
But the foundation of sales is what?
Integrity and character.
So I always use this analogy whenever I talk about character. If you marry a woman and then you start beating her, right? And then when they ask you, why did you beat your wife? Say, hey, this is my wife. I've never seen anybody like that before. Say, why? Say, when she started insulting you like this, you almost enter them. Her words, her mouth, and then you continue. The question is that you don't have what? Character. Because her behavior only brought her what is already on. Does this make sense at all?
Yes, sir.
Her behavior only did what? Because her what is already bitter. The wife bitter. So the reaction of your wife not brought the beating part of you out. Character is like a statue. Look at these people. These people have been there for years now. Right? Come rain, is standing. Come sun, is standing. Come wind, is what? Standing. That's what character is. Character is you being constant. Right? Irrespective of what is going on around your neighborhood. Just be constant. Stay there. You maintain the right character. So when the company I used to sell for promised to pay me my commission in 1 month, and then 2nd month came, they didn't pay. 3rd month came, they didn't pay. 4th month came, they didn't pay. And then they paid me by the 6th month of putting pressure on them. What did that show about me?
Character. You maintain your character.
Huh?
You maintain your character.
I have a character of good behavior. Is that not true?
Yes, sir.
That irrespective of their own issues, I was able to what? Be consistent at what I am. We learn in here. So if you want to do real estate business, you must have character. You know what? Real estate is transformation. Somebody buy land from you today. 10 years to come, they are still your customer. True of us.
Yes, sir.
20 years to come, they are still your customer. True of us.
Yes, sir.
Because they buy the land. Right? Land is, the land doesn't go away, it's there. So you have to be a person of character to maintain that relationship with them. And if you can maintain, I promise you, the person who only could buy 1 plot today, 2 years from now may be able to buy 2 acres. 4 years from now, able to buy what? 20 acres. Now, mind you, it doesn't mean they will fight you. You just remain static. Because somebody will buy a land from you today, and then you say, well, the developer said we need to pay money for the government levy. What many of you say, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them. By the way, I have another company I'm selling for. Okay. You lack character. Because you know that the developer needs the money to work. I mean, you are here to develop this place. Don't you need billions? No millions, billions. Where will the money come? The cost of development is always higher than the cost of land. This is a fact anywhere in the world. I want to say in Manhattan, but even in Manhattan, because the cost of permits, several other, obligation, even in Manhattan, is still huge. So cost of construction is usually much, much higher. So it's wisdom on your own part. Are we learning here? To do what? To be able to say, man, this is in your interest. Because the more construction, the higher the value of the land. Here now, just what has happened today here has raised the value. They are starting first work and we are going to together lay the foundation block for the first work. Right here. But every day as they work here, the value of this land is appreciated. So you need to know your job so that you can communicate it to your customer. And don't because of greed, right? Say, man, forget development. Right? Come and buy it now. I remember an experience I always share. I met this client. And the client said he wanted to buy 5 bedrooms in our estate in Beryl. This was some years ago. And I knew that Beryl is not lucky. And he said he wants to live there. So I remember saying to him, I said, I'd rather advise you to buy 2 bedrooms. Because this construction is for what? It's for rental. It's an investment development. It's something you do and then you rent out to Dangote refinery staff. Free trade zone. It's not something you should do because the Lekki is far from the main, Lekki is so I still want to buy the 5 bed. So I like to live outside the city center. Isn't that a good thing? Because of course, would I make more commission from 5 bedroom? 1 bedroom versus 2 bedroom cannot be same. I want to make this as a point. For what use is least rushing to sell 5 bedrooms? The day it gets there, he say, no. But the good news is that he said, no, he likes to live out stuff and he still wants to buy the car. I know. So be honest with people. The first rule of this business is that don't be an agent, be a consultant. Don't be a what? Why everybody repeat it after me? Be a consultant. Your job is to ask questions. The first thing that you bad salesperson is when you know this at your head. So come and buy the land is 50 million, then the house is this, then this is this. Everybody, are you listening to me? Sign of the good salesperson's work. Questions. Say, sir, okay, so first of all, what's your budget? And here it is, Nigeria don't like any budget, so that's okay. Then once he ignores you, move to the next question, but you come back to the budget because you are not yet talking to a serious customer until you have an idea of what of their budget. So you move on to the next question. So in fact, one neighborhood do you like? Right? You know what you are looking at Lekki, looking at outskirts of Lagos, you want Aja or you want mainland, just give me an idea. Yeah, I don't like islands, flooding, I like mainland. You are getting somewhere. So mainland, which area in mainland? Ikorodu, Ikeja, Isheri, there's even Mowe, within camp. You see, we're getting somewhere. Is there anyone between Sherry and Redeem can work somewhere? what has that taught me? Two things. That's a lower budget. Right? You hardly find someone with a huge money telling you that you want to do a sharing. It's rare. There may be, but it's rare. So that is already giving you an idea. And then you go further. So are you doing this for land banking, or you want to do maybe build on it? You know, what's the purpose? Because some of the ones I have at GTEX is for what? Land banking. When you buy it, you keep it for some years. And then the value has gone up. And by the way, GTEX, we are the king of land banking. Guess what? How much is this now? What is this one?
6.5. 6.5.
Someone said 12.5. I want to think 6.5.
6.5 million.
Are you want to cheat and you don't. So it's 12.5. So this is 12.5. I met a client who bought this place 5 years ago. Right? Meanwhile, even the 12.5 they are saying we are increasing it by 6 million. Yes. Okay? Why are we increasing it? Work. And we need money to do this work. No, so. And what's the lesson there? It's the late investors that pay more because their money will not use to develop. I hope you are learning here. So you're able to explain this in detail to your customer and they get it. And you understand the value. So there's no gimmick that is needed for you to succeed in real estate business. You don't need, because if you do that, you will last. You lie today, how about tomorrow? And then you lie another one, and next tomorrow. At what point will you forget the lie that you told? And then everybody start catching up by your plane. The beauty for me and for GTEX is that today say, they don't have land, this is a lie. Abi, you can't take this land away from us, can you? After you do your we will one day come and show everybody you are here. So that's the benefit of always saying the truth. Now, will everything always work your way? No. Will you be able to keep to every promise you make? No. Or communicate it. Due to this and this, I have not been able to what? Keep to what I promised you. But kindly, let's give an extension. Let's expand a bit. Let's do something a little bit. That's how it's done. Have we learned something? Yes. So let's consider what we have taught you so far. The foundation, integrity, character, being honest about what you are selling. And it's okay if they cannot buy. Tell them to carry their money and go. Guess what? One day they will make mistake, lose all their money, and remember that there was somebody who said the truth to me. I've had customers who hated me 10 years ago because of something that didn't go right. 10 years later, they came back and said, "The man of integrity." I said, "Wow, but you told me I didn't have integrity before." No, but you are consistent. What you couldn't do then, you told me, I didn't like it. Right? But I can see that you are consistent. And even though you couldn't do it at that, yes, but I've seen you do much more later. And that's why in life, I encourage young people. There's nothing to rush. What you don't have today, you have tomorrow. Relax. I'm a proof of that. What you don't have today, you what? Much more tomorrow. Don't let anybody put you under duress, under pressure. And what you don't have today, you have much more tomorrow. I have never in my life felt small because I didn't afford something. Because I'm behind on a few. It's just for today. One day, the story will what? Will change. That's the mentality to live your life. Life is in phases, like my mentor will say. When I sizes, leave your size pattern. Does that make sense? So who's ready to sell? Today, I'm hoping some of you will sell. And I hope we are streaming this. Right? Today, I'm hoping somebody will sell. And we are doing a 72-hour challenge. Okay? The first 4 people who are able to sell the 2 locations we are doing today, which is this one and the one in Abeokuta, will be getting 1 million naira each. This is not commission. This is, yes, you can clap. This is adverts, free advert money. And by the way, Jamie is our head of lead generation. He will now work with you with that 1 million how to run the adverts. And so we'll teach you how to do the adverts. The goal for this, by the way, is that you move from just selling 1 plot or 1 acre, right? With that 1 million, what happened? You're able to sell probably another 5 acre, 10 acre, and then you can say at the end of the day, your commission goes from just maybe $1 million to 2 to what? You make it the first 10 million or 20 million commission. Does this make sense? I'm not so excited about it. Right? So I knew that if I give you the 1 million, what would you use it to do? Pay your house rent, send it to your cousin that is sick, you call it black tax, and then people will use emotion and extort you. Okay? Some of you is not even black tax, it's you that will use your hand. Say, there's been these sneakers I've been meaning to buy. My friend bought it at this shakara. Now I'm going to buy my own. And then the ladies, is it Brazilian hair? Which one is it? It's bone straight now. Eh? Which is the latest hair that women wear?
Peruvian hair.
So, is Peruvian hair bigger than bone straight? It used to be bone straight or something. Ladies, now how are you all pretending like bone straight? Eh? Which is the latest wig you might be wearing?
It's still bone straight.
Eh? Bouncing? Dixie chord. You know it. You bought it for your girlfriend. How much is your salary? Isaac.
It's not much. You want to use the 1 million for that.
Okay, so we are aware that many of you, if we give you that 1 million naira to your account, you don't go. So, but we want you to use to run adverts, right? And then you are able to sell more. What you now do with the commission on camera, that's your people. Our advice, always keep 25% of your commission for adverts. Does that make sense at all? 25% of your commission for what? Because the journey should be that one day we begin to develop. If I were you, and I've seen some of our property consultants, we don't call it consultant. Some of our property consultants do that. We had one of our property consultants, he earned 12 million. And guess what he did? He paid out of it to buy a plot. I think in Nigeria, right? When it was much cheaper. That's wisdom. Because that's the person who will be a developer one day. Because when we say developer, it's not everything that must be 10 acres, 50 acres, 30 acres. You can start developing, 4 units, housing units on your one plot. You're already a developer. Does that make sense at all? So always push some portion of your commission to running more advert, another portion to you to try to buy in that estate. Because when customers know that you already invested, then they trust you more. Two of us. I'd rather buy from somebody who has bought. Because if you believe in what you are selling, put your money too now. I often say this to a lot of my clients in diaspora. You see some of them say, well, I've told my friends to buy together. I said, no. Why not first go and what? Pay your own. Then show them the receipts. And say, I just bought this land in Nigeria. Beautiful place. I trust them. You also want to buy. I say, you have a better chance of selling that. But if you are saying, hey, come and buy, they in their mind, they won't tell you that. If you sure for you, go buy first. Why you wait to make we buy together? Buy first, then tell me. So people trust you more when they know you've invested. Why do investors always, even though I always say this, I don't run a one-man business. I've not done this now in over 5 years, right? Except in Dubai or US that you see me on site. I've not done this in Nigeria for 5 years, right? Because we are building a business. It's not one-man business, right? If you charge me too much, I block you. Because we have employed hundreds of people, you know, head of operation, legal, this, that. Let them do their job now. Else, people have job, but you're not allowing them to do their job. So there's a company. But do you know why most people are rushing to me? Who can guess? Number one, the integrity is part of it. Number one is that you have put your money and you buy it. And you use your money buy it. I don't know whether I'm making sense at all. I promise you, the day an agent or a staff says, why do I have 1 acre in Beryl? Just to mention, I'm hoping you will join me. Hopefully you will soon be my neighbor. And he's saying that to a client. All of you agree that the perception changed. Right? I remember one of my friends used to work in a real estate company. So his boss told him he had this special client, and he told him, say, take them to site. Yes, sir. You know, very humble man. Yes, sir. So when he saw them too, yes, sir, and them opened the door for them, they, you know, and then they entered the car, and they said, you know, and they started driving. And as they were moving, then they pointed at a place. I said, this is a good estate. I said, man, yes. 3 years ago, God helped me. I bought 2 plots there. They looked at it and said, okay. So they were going. Then they saw another estate. So that one, I didn't have enough money, but I bought 1 plot. Then even the one he was taking them to, he had 1 acre there. When they were returned, he wanted to open themselves. Man, what is it? No. So this is how you be doing sasa for me. He probably is richer than me. He's using the sasa. Okay, this one is using sasa to sell, right? Obviously, it's probably even richer than me than using sasa. And that's also a reality. Humility is in sales, right? The same me today that I say nobody should disturb me. They should talk to my customer. I mean my staff. Years ago, I was the receptionist. I was the cleaner, I was the customer service, I was the chief operating officer, I was the business marketing manager, sales, I was the group CEO, one man. Right? I was the head of IT. Okay? Life again is a basis, sizes, live your size. And it has helped me, and I'm happy I enjoyed that phase because today there's nothing any of my staff is doing that don't know. I used to build website. At some point, we got bigger. I taught my wife to build website. She studied English. Me, I studied microbiology. Right? In this Lagos, we built over 5,000 websites. I learned it. People are laughing. What they didn't know is that at some point, because of the demand, we had to get templates we were using, and all we just need to do is edit and then we host. In 30 minutes, didn't you learn how to do site or something? He's an engineer, but he learned how to do website. At some point, 30 minutes website ready. 30 to 1 hour. Because every day we had almost 20 websites. When we were doing bulk SMS. But at that point, we were small and we had to do everything. And I'm using this to encourage you. Don't listen. I wish I could do this. I wish I'm not more committed because you look at today, you look at your time and say, what is the best use of the work? The best use of my time, with all due respect, is not hello. I want to buy 100 million naira land for me. It's not the best use of it. I will use it for something that will create better money. So I'd rather have one of our more experienced employees out together now, handle those people. And I hope they are also enjoying that, because one day you miss that. I remember the last time I took Okada, to one of our sites, in Prime Roads, in Betuleki. You need to see how I was happy. So I'm not taking Okada, in years. I just realized I've missed Okada. I was in the US and I had to visit a friend, and they have this Kabuta, and some of this on my Instagram. And so the man said I should drive. I was driving the Tesla. Why last did you drive? I said 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Today I have missed driving. Let's they hungry me now to drive. So enjoy this phase, because the time will come. You what? You listen. So grow at your pace, move at your level. When I needed to trek in Lagos, I trekked. I needed to take movie, I took it. When I needed to live in face me and face you, I lived it. When I need to live in banana life, when I needed to live outside the country, face by face, level by level. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Any question on this before we now go on? Branding. And then in Abeokuta, we will then talk on closing. In Abeokuta. So ladies first.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. And the question I want to ask is more about the property. This land, like if you are to market the land to a client, some clients will want to ask what is the payment plan for the property. So I would like to know if the payment plan for this.
Okay, so Farouk and the team will come and tell you that who's in charge of Beryl? Okay, so Martha is the estate manager. Anything this estate she's on to talk to, and she will have time to address you. Because to be honest, the price I don't know, the terms I don't know, and it's funny how people don't believe it. And I tell people, project, like for example, if you run a one-man business, you can't afford one, and so in your mind, I lie, na popo. What's the purpose? Right? Because even my own business, I need to run am. So you won't just believe that somebody can build a business to a point where you can put structure. And I'll tell you why we had to do that. In Dubai today now, probably today now, I'm sure there's a customer they're taking somewhere to go and check the property. Even in Nigeria, there's Port Harcourt, there's Ibadan, there's Abeokuta, then I'm the one. Okay, I will have died. That's the reason why many business owners already have high blood pressure at 40. There's a reason. Because you put everything to your chest because you don't want them to steal. It's all of that is to steal. Employees that will steal what? Steal. So you can't kill yourself, because put a structure. And in this our business, without structure, your business is dead. Because you can't run it alone. Real estate is too intense. There's too many angles to real estate for you alone to carry it on your head as a developer. It's not possible. Right? It's not. I know some of my colleagues, they are already. We are 8 but they are almost 2,000 sites. Because you won't have time for your own health. You won't have time for your own life. And customers like you like that, but they are doing themselves, because one day you fall down and drop them. And what happened? Family members will start fighting over what the so-called investors do. So I always tell people, like Yoruba will say, when we are doing business, let's wish all ourselves well. No business can do better if the founders are also in deep pressure. Yes, sir. A lot of the real estate companies, they are dragging and disturbing. They have gone underground. Okay, has the investors gotten their money? Answer me. They've gotten their money. What people don't know is that I have seen many circles in this business. In 2008, out of all the real estate companies, less than 5% exist today. Less than 5%. Many of them gone, and guess what? All investors lost all their money. All their money. So all these are dragging and dragging. You are doing yourself. The investor will just disappear. Why? Privately, we sell the land and everything gone. 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 Some people are saying, why did you go? Why did you support Fujimoto? It's the investors I'm caring for. If the guy commits suicide now, what happened to everybody paying? Answer now. All the investors, what happened? It's alive. There are too many people contending on the thing. You can't die, what will happen? So we must understand this. And that's why we must know that this is an ecosystem. Are we learning as well? It's a what? It's an ecosystem. You as a property consultant, you must seek the growth and the well-being of the what? Of the developer. Don't ask them to do promo that will kill the business. Some of you now, you because you feel, and I need to know that it's a mental issue. You feel that you can never attract a customer that will buy a land for 50 million. So intentionally, when you meet a credible developer that says, my own land go 50 million, what will you say? They are too expensive. My customer, they are shipping money they want. But what did the crisis that has brought the real estate taught us? What did it teach us? Huh? That cheap land is not sustainable. Because to preserve a land, do you know how many lawyers you need to have? And you pay them. This is not you pay. How about pay? But do you know how many lawyers? To make sure this land you are seeing now, all of you came, nobody's harassing you, everything's calm, everything. Do you know how many fights we have fought here? So, if you are charging so low, am I making sense at all? That you can't, in the long run, preserve the investment. What happened? Before you know, they were encroached. Many of the companies they are dragging, people encroach on their land, you know. And because they charge so low, they couldn't what? Have the financial power to defend their land. And who put them there? Property agents. Sir, people want cheap, sir, cheap. So, in GTEX, we are not cheap. We are the Rolls Royce of land bank. We even brag about it. We are looking for cheap land. Who else? Okay? But what we promise you is this. As long as you keep to your own part of the commitment, you have your land with us. No matter what. We lost over $1 billion in Ibetuneki. All our clients' land is this time. Due to coastal road. Over $1 billion. And every single coastal road, all the loss, I was thinking them. How can you do that if you don't also price well? So that you can absorb some pressures. Am I making sense of this? And still stand. Yeah, there will be challenges and we have some of our challenges with liquidity and all of that. But you know, you are looking on something solid. And you are here. You are here. So that is my encouragement to every one of you. And I hope I've answered your question. She will address all. Well, so number one, we no longer give specific amount of cars we have, right, for obvious reasons. But what I can say is phase 1 is 30 acres. And out of phase 1, we're not also 10 acres. I said we are intentional with how we sell. There's a unit we sell here, and I just heard that we're sold out. It's not like we're sold out. Wait again, or maybe another 2 years, we release some more. It's the best because at that point we sell more. Imagine we sold everything at 1.5 million. This is the issue. We'll have finished selling the entirety at 1.5 million. And you know what? At that point, you pay for the land, you pay for everything, you pay salary of staff, man, things over. So intentionally, Jesus doesn't always sell all our land. But very soon, we are sold out because we've sold out for the portion we want to sell this season. Am I making sense at all? But there's no limit to how much land. You can say, okay, it goes down this way. It's 176 meters in the front, and then it goes down. And I see more at the back. And those who sold to us, you can see the here more. I mean, that's the beauty of land. Once you get the front part, and keep going. 4 of us. As for the second, in terms of description, that's still what to describe in our opinion. As you are going to the little one now, what do you use to describe? Also get the coordinates. You can use Google Map, right? With Google Earth, I'm sure they drop the coordinates in the group, right? So with Google Earth, that right now with technology, you can send land. You send out a link to the client, they zoom, they will see this entire place. And before you know, by themselves, they will be seeing the dominion, they will be able to see this, see that, see that. Say, okay, these are the major landmarks around the area. Okay, so use technology. For me, it's always in fact, our first set of estate was Safa Estate Kurodu. Because it was marshy and we are not sandfield to where our land started from. It was the first time we learned how to use people to sell. So when customers come, and it's marshy that time, and we didn't have money, now we spend hundreds of millions to sandfield and get to where our land starts from, fence. As at that time, we couldn't do that. So we use the map and we'll be showing, you say, see, you know, on Google Earth, this is where the land starts from. And we're showing to customers, people still bought. You're welcome. Okay, so I will take the second part of my training. Because of time, let me take the second part. Right, let me take the second part of the training. Because we still need to go to Abeokuta, isn't it? It's the person to train on drone around, on editing with phone. Beryl. Eh?
Yes, sir.
Who is the person? Oh, it's you. Well done. Okay. So let me talk briefly. If you can come and sit beside me here, let me be watching you. Because what I'm teaching now will also help you. The guy teaching you guys on how to edit with your phone. So, Shola, what I asked, where Shola or Farouk, what I asked that we should have like an LED screen right here. It will have helped. Right, so it projects what we're. I even have slide for today's presentation. It's a great training. Right, so let's hope we do that in the software. Okay. So when you want to sell a land, now I started selling. True story. The first land I sold for a company, not the first one, but the first one I got somebody to pay for. True story. Was in Shimawa. So we get to Redeem Camp at the back of the Redeem Auditorium. We're now going. In fact, if not that my brother and the founder of the company started the company together, I would have thought he was taking me for money ritual. I kid you not. We drove, thank you. Have you opened?
Yes, sir.
We drove over an hour off Third Road. Inside Shimawa. when I wanted to complain, before I even complained, I said, by the way, we're the one that brought grader. And I agree, Bobo, no, I couldn't talk. I mean, when the man said, it's not that much work, I couldn't talk. But I thank God because I learned a lot from that. It even helped my own faith when I was now starting my own estate. Because remember I told you, my first estate, now water. The water could touch shoulder like this. Right? And because I didn't have money to buy the land, the person said I had integrity. He would give me the land, I made a deposit, and then as I sell, I pay. Which is a new model. It's celebrated. I think here we have a program like that now for 18 people who are ready to be investors, developers rather. If you have at least 100 million and you want to be a developer, we'll give you a land worth 1 billion naira with your 100 million deposit, yes. And then you sell in your name, you brand it in your name, and we'll give you we will give you template of our form, template of our deed of assignment, contract, everything we use to support you. And you can sell it in your own name. I will make sure that we do the road, because this road, the road we are doing here now, we start from the middle. And the reason we are doing is so that those who buy, if you buy 10 acres, we'll start the road and your own estate name and start from your, from our own third road. And so everybody has good access to what they are selling. And being able, because that's also how I started. It's an estate, because my own 50 acre was inside the man's, right, 250 acres. So I had to use his own to you.